Oh, hello. My name's Zeke and I run a comedy gaming website. That's me there in the sexy RAF coat. I'm not a member of the Royal Air Force, but I do bloody love a good flight simulator. The only problem is, I don't actually know what any of these buttons are for or what they do. But it doesn't matter! Despite my high rate of failure, I figured it would be fun anyway to take some gamers and other cool folk out for a spin. At the end of the interview, we'll try and land the plane together at their airport of choice. Or any available flat surface, I guess. So, without further ado, I'm gonna plug in my crappy joystick and take to the skies. It's time for another episode of Noobs on a Plane. I am a British gamer who sucks at playing flight sims, interviewing people while we try to land the plane. Hello, people of Earth, and welcome to Noobs on a Plane. This is episode 3, and I am honoured today to have Nathan flying with us. Nathan, how's it going?
It's going pretty good.
Cool. We are currently in Manchester. Where do you want to fly to today?
How about Edinburgh? Edinburgh.
Embryo?
Edinburgh. All right, that's how my grandfather said it. So.
What Nate is trying to say is Edinburgh.
Edinburgh, Scotland. Yep.
So we're going to chip up there. We are flying, for the first time on the show, a fighter jet. We've got the F-22 Raptor. So the chances of success on this one, as always, are pretty minimal. How confident are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good today. Try not to run into the cargo plane. It's bigger than you. Yeah, way bigger than you.
Yeah. Right, I'm going to disengage the brakes and we'll... Hopefully by the time I'm there, he won't be. That's the plan.
I don't know, the Raptor's pretty quick, my friend.
Okay, Jesus, this is fast. Christ,
Whoa!
on a bike! Whoa! That was a
right
close
past
one. That was really close.
Now remember, you don't have to go at 100% the whole way, because
yes, I do! Yes, I do! Push it to the limit!
Take my breath away. See, now you're redding out because you're so fast. You're hitting G-forces.
Yeah, a bit of blood going to the head. Now that we're up in the air, tell us a bit about yourself, your flight experience, and all the other fun stuff.
Well, I'm ex-military. About 10 years out of the military, actually. I was in the Air Force. I wasn't a pilot, but I worked in Air Force intelligence.
So you know your stuff when it comes to planes, then?
Yep, I had to identify those, but mostly my thing was identifying surface-to-air missiles.
Are they difficult to identify?
They change. It's important to know because if you don't, planes will fly within range of them and get shot down. So you have to advise pilots how far to stay away from certain missiles.
So where were you doing this?
I was doing it here. Well, I was doing it for multiple squadrons. I was majorly out of Offutt Air Force Base, but I went to several different places. Like I was in England for a while, in Italy for a while. I was in Bosnia, actually on the ground in Bosnia.
Wow, I bet that was pretty heavy.
It was pretty crazy. Like I said, it was pretty nuts, and I would not an experience I would want anybody to have to go through. So.
And following a long service in the military, you've now skyrocketed to writing for Iron Man mode. I'll point out that Nate is my co-writer and pretty much co-founder of Iron Man mode. So yeah, tell us about how it's like working for free for me.
Actually, I was looking for. I've been involved in Child's Play for like ever. At one point, I was one of the people that kind of prompted Mike and Jerry to look into doing Child's Play for Omaha. In fact, I think they were the second hospital brought in. So I've been working for doing that. I unload the truck every now and then when they need help. I've been doing various fundraisers, and then when your little charity popped up on my radar, I thought I just have to do that because that's so awesome. Being able to write about something I love doing.
Just to point out to anyone who isn't aware of the site, obviously there'll be a link in the description box below, but it's a charity gaming blog, and we play games and blog about them, but we do so with only one life, and the second we die, that's it. That's the end of our playthrough and the end of the blog, and it's all good fun.
Right now I'm doing the game Magical Diary, and I think I'm about done with that.
Oh, God.
It's a horrible game.
Yeah, let's not sell it to them too much. You've played quite a number of games on this site. What's been your favourite game that you've written about on Iron Man mode so far?
Ooh, that's kind of tough.
Or maybe not your favourite game, but your favourite one to have written about and played through.
Oh, it had to be the Star Trek one. My longest running one. Star Trek. That was kind of fun.
That was my favourite on the entire site. Out of all of the writers that have worked on the site, out of everything, Star Wars was it for me. And I don't even like Star Wars that much.
It's Star
Trek.
I just
Sorry.
Star Trek.
Star Trek.
Star Wars was Eloise one. I'm actually playing that now.
How are you finding it? Because I spoke to her and she had mixed feelings about it.
Well, whatever they did, they've actually improved it. Because I got on there and things are actually kind of better now.
Okay.
It's actually not so bad. I'm actually having fun because I'm playing a Sith and I'm actually playing him full tilt dark side. So I'm like basically strangling people to death and cutting people up with lightsabers and picking all the bad choices to give me all sorts of dark, all sorts of the dark side.
So basically, you're just kind of living the hedonistic lifestyle as you do in real life.
Yeah. Things like, yeah.
So there's not a day goes by that you don't cut people up in real life and steal their belongings and
I know.
decapitate people with lightsabers.
Not that I don't want to, because I've been working in IT so long with so many dumb people that there's been times when I want to force choke people.
On that note, something we really need to mention is that you recently started up another site called I Can't Believe I Worked There.
Yeah, with those people.
Indeed, yeah. Tell us a little bit about that, because that is one of the funniest things I've read in a long time.
It actually started out as just I worked in a couple of companies where they would hire what I would call the cheapest work, not the brightest, and so into contracts where they needed the brightest people, and got stuck in there with them, and then every day they would at least get like 6 or 7 comments that would like totally blow my mind, so I'd write them down and then email them to myself. So I'd have them every day to remind myself how stupid people are.
And just in case anyone's under any illusion as to how stupid these people are and think that Nate is exaggerating, I've got some classics here. We've got the blog's presented as little snippets, so it's very easy to dip in and out of. We've got someone said at your workplace, DNA and evolution is mostly hormonosomes and issues you inherit from your parents. Amazing. Is ice considered a food or a drink?
Oh, that's a funny story, because we were allowed to bring food into the workplace, like sit in your cubicles, but right. you couldn't bring drinks into your cubicles. And some girl wanted to know whether we considered ice a food or a drink, even after I went over with her that ice is what is ice? It's frozen water, so therefore it would be, I don't know. She could not figure it out. She's like, just tell me. I said, I'm not gonna tell you. You have to either figure it out or... it was horrible. I worked with people that were they shouldn't have been there. Yeah.
Like there's one that seems innocuous enough until you read your note, which is, why aren't there any system ad women in the office? And that puzzled me until you pointed out that she was referring to the word admin.
Yes.
And confusing it with admen, thinking it was a sexist term.
Yeah, she thought it was a sexist term. She thought when we were talking about admin, we were talking about ADMEN, And I was like, no, it's short for administration. And then she was kind of ticked off at me because I kind of like ruined her whole feminist rant going on there. So.
Oh, I've just found one of my all-time favourites, which is that's like trying to force a round peg in a circular hole.
Yeah.
And this was in a meeting.
Yes. I couldn't believe that. It just totally blew my mind.
We should look up where we're going because we could be flying in any direction.
Yep. Although we must be flying north because the channels to the...
Guess again, we're flying south.
Are we?
Yeah.
How did you do that? Oh, I see.
Oh, no. That's what I've done. That's us there. We flew south and then swinging round this way. Yeah, let's get this spun round and head north, which was the original plan. Do a barrel roll!
So, have you invested in any new Kickstarters?
I have not. You know what? I've not invested in a single Kickstarter in my life.
You haven't?
No, which is quite embarrassing.
The other one I just got into was Mage's Initiation by Himalayan Studios. They're the old ADG interactive people.
Yes,
they did a lot of the Sierra games, and then they like put them back out again, like King's Quest. And
King's Quest! I've got so many fond memories of old Sierra games, especially on the Amiga.
Yep. They're doing a click and point game now called Mage's Initiation. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, I think you can give them like 10. I did it for 15, I think. I don't remember what I did it for, but whatever I did it for, I got the soundtrack, which was my big push to try to help them get to that point.
You know what? I'm going to make a note of that and do that. I'm going to make that the first Kickstarter I invest in. We just...
Yep.
Whoa.
And while you're typing there,
I'm really getting into, totally late to the party on this one, but The Walking Dead. I absolutely love that game.
Oh, the series?
Yeah, it is incredible. Have you played it?
Yes. In fact, I finished it.
It is so good.
Dude, there's tons of feels moments in that game. I was impressed at how much it got me emotionally involved in all the characters. Especially when you come to episode 3, you're gonna hate yourself. That's basically what it makes you do.
Yes, I think I know. I don't really want to give any spoilers away. One of the I don't know if that happens for everyone, but one of the characters gets shot in the head. Did that happen to you?
Yeah. Oh, this is even farther down the line in that one.
Okay, I've just gotten past that bit, and I screamed. I was like, no! I was so upset that when that character died. I've got an admission to make. I watched an episode of My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic, the other day.
Don't worry, I have a son, and and he's 3. So when My Little Pony came out on there, and I was just trying to find something else to watch other than Sonic the Hedgehog, which he just absolutely loves, or whatever was the other thing. Blue's Clues, which we watched in and out 5 times over. I just turned on My Little Pony, and we ended up watching the 2 seasons that are on Netflix.
I'll point out to people watching, I know you don't have a son. That's just a ruse.
No. But yeah, what did you think of My Little Pony?
I don't want to say. I thought it was okay. It was just okay. I mean, I won't probably watch any more, maybe, but
what surprised me is the art is actually...
It's amazing, isn't it? It's really, really good animation. Moving on, so you're a DJ as well. Yep.
Yeah, I do that in my spare time. I have friends that well, the thing is that I kind of said, well, you guys are really kicking it, you guys are really getting into it and everything. So I sort of stopped pursuing that and moved on to something else. But yeah, I did that for a while. I did it on the internet. I was barrel rolls. I was doing that on the internet for the longest time. I had my own internet radio station.
Yeah.
I did it in different clubs at different times. Kind of had a following for a while. It's kind of cool. That's where actually EmCeeKhan kind of blows by. It also comes from a sort of a the con thing actually kind of played in together when I was on this role-playing forum, and one guy was John the Pikachu, and he called me his con to his Kirk, and then we just played off that. But yeah, but I've always been kind of EmCeeKhan. I also go by McClaud.
I was about to say, yeah, because there's a tie-in with why we're flying to Scotland today as well.
Yep. My mother's side of the family has, she's Irish, Scottish, and I think I'm not sure, somewhere in the Baltic. So, but yeah, so I took that name. It's not her. She comes from the McIntyre family.
Right.
Yeah, so we kind of. That's kind of why I go by that. I made up a Scottish name just so I could have something to.
Just so
show
you can sound cultural.
Yeah. I got into DJing through radio. I used to do radio a lot, and then that pushed. Using 2 turntables was no biggie for me.
Yeah.
With 2 records, but then I understand why the kids don't want to do that anymore. Why you want to have a digital library is because you'd have to lug all those vinyl records to wherever you're going. And I remember having to lug crates of vinyl into a van when we took the radio station somewhere. And dude, I would never want to do that. Take that from club to club to club.
That is true. Although saying that, I started off. I'll point out that I'm nowhere near the experience level of you, and I'm just a hobbyist. But I started off with one of those like little inbuilt digital things. I think it was the Hercules RMX, which was great fun just to learn the fundamentals, and I did enjoy it. And then I moved on to timecode vinyls plugged into that, so I could still play on my digital library, and that was fun.
But you have a vinyl turntable.
Yeah, I've got 2 Technics,
Yep.
which I picked up. I got a pretty good deal on eBay from them. And eventually, over the course of last year, I just moved to just having a very slimline mixer, 2 turntables, vinyl. And the reason being, I got really sick of playing somewhere and there'd be a problem with the laptop or, software issues. And I got really, really sick of having to deal with that the whole time. So I just thought, you know what, not for any reasons of being a purist about it or whatever, I just thought it'll be way simpler if I just get some records and mix them instead.
That wouldn't be that's not too bad. I mean, there's still a bunch of people who do that. You really should get a guy that can do the ska thing, can talk or rap really fast. Get you as a DJ and then get some dude on percussion. And then you would have we have a group that does that. I can't think of the name of them. It's drum. Oh God. But they do it, and they're not famous, but they're very popular locally. And it's just they're really good at it. It's like they have an MC Frontalot type guy that can just ramble it off, and then they have a lady who can do the turntables, who plays music in the background, and they have a guy that does percussion, and it's really good.
Let's talk about movies. I think it's been a good 12 months for movies. There's been some cracking stuff come out. Not that I've seen any of it, because it's $20 for a theatre ticket these days, but I saw the trailers. The trailers all look good.
So you saw Avengers. We know you saw Avengers, right?
I really enjoyed Avengers. That was better than I thought it was going to be. What did you think of Batman?
I wasn't impressed.
Get the out of my plane, man! Seriously?
I think seriously, it was to me, it could have been 30 minutes shorter. I think my problem was they went on too long, and there were a couple of big plot holes for me. I'm a stickler when it comes to. I mean, Avengers had some plot holes too, but
but it's fine when it's the Avengers.
It flew through. Yeah, it flew by me, and I didn't even realize it had been 2 hours by the time of the movie. When I was in Batman, by the second hour, I was like, "Are we done yet? Can we just finally get this movie over with?"
Come on.
Yeah.
No.
My only gripe about it was that everybody knew who Batman was, except for Commissioner Gordon. To me, he was the weakest character in the whole movie. It's like the only reason why he was there was to compel the young cop to become,
Batman.
I'm not going to spoil it for anybody. Yeah, to become.
I've just spoiled it. Don't worry about it.
I think everybody will know within the first 10 minutes of the movie what we're talking about.
Yeah,
But
guys, Bruce Wayne is Batman. Shh, don't tell anyone. But yeah,
but
it was funny how he still did the voice to people who knew he was Bruce Wayne. So I wonder if when he went to Italy with Selena Kyle, he still talked like that, like when they were sitting at the restaurant at the end. Would you like an amaretto? And that'd be amazing.
the thing is too, is if I was Alfred, after I just went through that whole thing where I was crying at the graves and so angry and so frustrated, and then I saw him sitting at the table not 10 feet away from me, I'd run over there and shake him to death.
You would throw your cup at him.
Why didn't you tell me?
Yeah.
Why didn't you tell me you were alive? I just want
I'm sorry, Alfred. But if there's any more trash talk about Batman, do you know what the next step in my master plan will be?
To crash the plane?
Crashing this plane!
With no survivors!
Oh, we're going to see where we're at?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
What's that? Oh my god.
Is there a fire? There's a forest fire.
It's a forest fire. I didn't know we had forest fires in this game.
I didn't either. Maybe so you can fly a plane that dumps water on them. Where are we, anyway?
Or
is that us?
We're zigzagging up the country. We've just done a massive circle and passed over Manchester again. So we've been flying for, 20 minutes? We have accomplished nothing. Right, I'm going to do a really seamless link here. So, we've talked a lot about movies. Last year there was a movie that came out called Would You Rather? I've not seen the movie, but it does lead us on very nicely to a little game we play every week called Would You Rather? Do you fancy a game?
Hey, sure. Go ahead.
Cool. Did you like that? That was quite smooth, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was quite smooth.
Would you rather direct Star Wars or DJ every night for 5 hours?
Ugh. Oh, God. That's kind of hard.
Yeah.
Because I don't really want to be the guy that everybody yells at about Star Wars being
That's what
bad.
I'm thinking, right? You know.
Yeah. And 5 hours of DJing every night, which is... Ugh.
Exhausting.
The amount... Oh, man, the amount of requests I would get would drive me insane. I would probably... You know what? I would rather try to direct Star Wars. Although following in the footsteps of J.J. Abrams is probably going to be really tough now.
You'd ace it. You would ace it.
But yeah, I'd rather direct Star Wars. I mean, the problem with DJing 5 hours a night would be having to put up with the people that have to ask for something every 15 minutes. I think that's the worst part about being a DJ is getting requests for music you know you absolutely hate. And then going, okay, well, I'll try to get to that. And then you know you're lying. You're never going to get to that.
Yeah.
And then they're angry at you. Why didn't you play that? Why didn't you play that?
I've got a great club mix of Taylor Swift's We're Never Getting Back Together. It sounds amazing. Well, I've just brought up My Little Pony and Taylor Swift in the same interview. I think this is kind of like me coming out or something.
Does your wife know about this?
She's caught me dancing to Taylor Swift before. Good old T-Swizzle. I keep catching glimmers of that forest fire up ahead. It's gone now, but it looks pretty crazy. I don't understand why there's a forest fire in England. It's always wet here.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, doesn't it just always rain in England?
Yep, and London's really foggy as well, all the time.
Yeah.
It's really hard to ride around on your penny farthing with all the fog. Oh,
Really
I've got a bone to pick with you guys. Your Joan Rivers, had a go at our Adele. Did you see
I don't know
that?
why.
No, I don't know why either. I'd sort yourself out, mate.
And the other was I met Adele.
You met Adele?
Yeah.
Oh,
Has she been on the show?
She won. Oh yeah, a lovely woman.
Oh yeah. No, she's thin. Can we just talk to each other here? You know what is this song? "Rolling in the Deep."
Yeah.
She should add fried chicken. It is just.
Did she sing it live or did she?
Yes, she sang live, and she was saying, my throat, my throat. I don't know if I can swallow. And I said, oh, yeah, you can swallow. There's no question.
Adele is such a sweet girl. I have no idea why anybody would have a go at her. Her music is fantastic. And she's such a nice person. I don't know.
Have a word
Joan
with
Rivers,
Joan and sort it out because it's not on. It's not on.
Yeah, Joan Rivers is just a bitch, to be honest with you. Sometimes she's just totally out there. And
I think we should do some tricks.
all right,
Loop the loop.
loop the loop. Can you get it up and over?
Oh, I'm passing
And we
out.
black out.
And we're back.
Now you're gonna run out here in a minute. Whoa.
Oh, we've slowed down a lot.
Yes.
137 knots. I seem to remember last week Brian telling me that going this slow is a dumb thing to do.
And then you just kind of try to bring yourself onto a glide. Are we anywhere near Edinburgh right now?
Let's have a little look at the map. I was trying to figure it out earlier. I think we're definitely in Scotland now.
Yeah, well, there's mountains, so I'm assuming we're... Whoa!
Where is this?
I don't know, to tell you the truth.
Ah, that's Glasgow up there.
Okay.
That's Edinburgh over there, so we need to turn right.
Yep.
This is the most
Sharp right.
janky path anyone has ever taken from Manchester to Edinburgh.
You're no kidding, because if you'd have just flown straight, we would have...
We would have been finished half an hour ago.
What is that great big white thing?
I don't know.
Is that a cloud?
I think it's Ice Cream. This is Ice Cream Valley, which is a famous landmark in Scotland. I'm going to try something daring. I'm going to try and go through this.
Because like every pilot who said that before hasn't had an issue. Maybe that's your forest fire.
It is.
Is that forest fire?
Yeah.
Through the smoke.
Wow, that was a low pass. That was awesome.
Wow, you are really low to the ground now.
Right, let's get this plane landed in Edinburgh, which I think is just over this way. Oh, where have I gone now?
I don't know. You're like way... Oh, I don't know where you're at.
When I said, oh, we need to turn back and go to Edinburgh, did I just forget to turn back?
You must have.
Like,
what is...
straight away.
Okay, what is that little airport to the south on that inlet over there? I know you can't see that one yet.
That, my friend, is our destination. West Frere, elevation 57. I've killed the throttle totally. I think that's a wise thing to do.
Especially if we're going to come in, because if you're coming in way fast, you're going to overshoot by a long shot. I don't even know. Is that it?
I think,
if
you can see my cursor, I think that might be it. Maybe.
Okay.
I can't see this mythical airstrip. That's just a pond. I thought this was an airstrip. It's a pond.
Oh,
there it is! There it is! It's on the right!
Oh. Okay. I see it over there too. The great big long strip.
We've still got a lot of speed, so that's okay. We can glide around it, I think. And then come in for a second approach.
If you actually land this plane...
I so want high fives.
I don't think you're going to make it, though. I think you're a little too far out.
I don't know. I think you're too quick to doubt.
Really?
Yeah. I'm
Are
gonna...
you gonna loop the loop around and come back at it?
Yeah, I'm gonna do a loop the loop and land on my roof. Can you land a fighter jet on grass?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Very carefully.
I should really look and see what's going on.
Because, man, I don't know where the...
There it is.
Wow, you're like circled around it completely.
Yeah, I need to turn... I need to go out a bit and then come back around. Whoa, okay. We've literally killed all the speed. I think we're just circling. And
Are we going to plummet?
We're plummeting. We're plummeting. I'm turning the engines back on. Whoa.
Alright, where's the airstrip? But you might have to put us down. You might have to put us down in a field, my son, or on a road. There it is. There it is.
There it is.
Hey.
We're okay. Oh, Jesus! Check it out. Oh, look at this! Look at this! This is beautiful.
Touchdown.
I hope Brian's watching. He'll be well proud of me.
Oh.
Whoa.
I think you did it.
Brakes.
Yes.
Brakes. Oh, that was a bit hard. Have I hit the brakes?
I don't know if you have or not.
I can't tell.
You're still going pretty fast here.
I can't tell which ones the brakes are. Oh, we're okay. We're okay. We're okay. Don't panic.
We're okay, and those trees are sneaking up on us, though.
Right, brakes. Brakes.
You can shut off the engines completely. That might help.
Yeah. I'm going to lift the gear up as well. I think that was a winning move. Look at this.
Oh, we're slowing down quite quickly. 80.
Oh my goodness. Oh. Get in between those trees. I'm going through the forest.
The road. Maybe you can pull us around on the road. Nope.
Without the landing gear, it's not turning quite so well.
I'm surprised we haven't exploded. Maybe we're just losing the wings and stuff.
Yeah, I'd be very surprised if they can use this plane after we're finished with it. We're done. We have literally landed a fighter jet. Okay, the kind of slowing down process wasn't as smooth as I would have liked. But there we go. We've actually managed to survive an episode of this retarded show.
Hey! We landed a jet, albeit on the runway, past the road, into the forest and through the woods.
Oh man, thank you so much. I am really proud of us. Awesome.
That's great, man. Glad we made it in one piece.
Whew. Oh, I don't know about you, my hands are pounding, my heart is really sweaty. What? Thank you so much for joining me, Nathan.
No problem.
Great flight, but more importantly, thanks to you guys at home for watching. It's a labour of love, but do give us a thumbs up. Share the video with your friends, leave comments below. It spurs us on to make new episodes. I've decided the amount of editing it takes. We're going to do these once every 2 weeks with some fun stuff in between. So do subscribe as well if you'd like to see when the next one's up and all the other stuff we've got going on. Thanks so much, guys. Take it easy. I've been Zeke. He's been Nathan. You've been watching Noobs on a Plane.
Adios.